Rachel Watson is the Deputy Political Editor of the Scottish Daily Mail. There have been a couple of manifestos this week, with the SNP's emerging yesterday. It's a long read, isn't it?
There was a lot in the SNP manifesto yesterday, a lot of big promises from them.
Yeah, and how realistic is it looking, Rachel, in terms of what the other parties will be picking away at with the SNP, particularly in how it will all be financed?
I think the financing is obviously one of the big questions, and when we're speaking to parties around the pledges that they are giving us already, things that they've spoken about, that is one of the questions. Where's all this money going to come from? Because spending's been massive over the last the last year. It has been 18 months throughout the pandemic, but to get that economy back on track, more spending is going to have to come, and we need to know where that money is going to be produced from. And I think, interestingly, the IFS was quite quick to look at the SNP manifesto yesterday and their promises around the increase in NHS spending, which they had said was transformational, but actually the IFS said that this pledge was less than is planned in England and might not be enough to keep pace with the demographic demands in Scotland. So, will more be needed than the SNP are promising already if they get into government?
Mm-hmm. And Rachel, were you watching the STV debate this week? What did you make of that? And did you think there was any particularly significant point scoring?
Yes, I thought the debate was interesting because obviously we had the suspension of campaigning over the weekend and things didn't really get back to normal campaign-wise until the debate on Tuesday night. So I think the biggest moment from the debate, personally, and it has shaped the debate around papers and the news this week, was Nicola Sturgeon's admission that she had taken her eye off the ball, or her government had taken its eye off the ball on drugs death in Scotland, which has soared in recent years, and something really does need to be done about this. And I think that's something that all the parties will be looking at quite significantly in their manifestos. And we know that SNP has pledged £250 million over the next Parliament. So I think this is something that we will hear a lot about. And I think for me, that was probably the biggest moment of the debate.